right, I think they're calling this the Closet Summit. Maybe because I'm told it occurred in a closet. That is Ben Carson and Ted Cruz finally settling their differences and airing out the problems with what happened in Iowa when the Carson folks were claiming that the Cruz folks were all too happy to leap on a report out in the press that night that Carson was stepping out of the race. Turned out not to be the case. A lot of folks think that maybe it hurt Carson and that he could have gotten even better numbers in the state. Who knows? What I want to know is what happened with this Closet Summit, if it even was in the closet. Dr. Ben Carson with us now. Doctor, good to have you.
Good to be back now.
So you had this meeting.
It was an awfully big closet, if it was a closet. Right. There was a table. There was a table and there were chairs, you know, so yeah, call it what you will. But at any rate, yes, we did have a meeting. I didn't realize that it was going to be publicized, but, you know, that is what it is. And, you know, I can tell you what I said. I'm not going to say what Ted said. You know, you can talk to him about that. But I was just a little miffed that people on his campaign would think that after months and months of very hard work, and having hundreds of volunteers and hundreds of college students sacrifice their time. One of them even gave his life. That 10 minutes before the caucus, I would just walk away and say, you guys are on your own, forget about it. I mean, give me a break.
All right, so you relayed that. You had all this out. Was there, I know last time you were with me, Doctor, you had said that it's one thing to say you're sorry, it's quite another, paraphrasing here, to follow up on it and take some action on it. I think you meant punish some people, maybe fire some people, but what happened?
Well, I would just say that, you know, when I find things that are wrong, such as I did in my own campaign a few months ago, you know, we made changes. You don't just accept it and say, well, it's okay. And, you know, that's what responsible people do.
Did you tell Senator Cruz? Did you tell Senator Cruz that?
Of course.
And he,
did he say he would? Hold my feelings back. Well, like I said, I'll let you talk to him. You have access to him. He can tell you what he said.
All right, well, he hasn't returned our calls.
I always find that when people try to...
All right, but it sounds to me like nothing got solved here. Nothing got solved.
Well, you know, there is forgiveness, and as you've noticed, I haven't been really talking about it. It's been other people talking about it. You know, I'm ready to move on. It's water under the bridge. We have such important things to do and such important issues that affect our country and affect the next generations. And if we keep getting sidetracked into these little things, we won't get to those, and people won't get a chance to make a decision based on, you know, intelligent ideals and ways to solve the problem.
You know, I had to, off the record to a number of Cruz people, doctors said that you were beginning to sound like a whiner on this issue, that you were always complaining. How do you answer that?
I would say they can go jump in the lake. You know, the fact of the matter is, you know, there are always people who are going to be critical no matter what you do. They say you're too soft, you're too hard, you're whatever. You know, it's like Goldilocks. You know, this one's too hot and this one's too cold. Forget about that stuff. I don't worry about that stuff. I worry about how are we going to save this country. That's what the people of America have got to start thinking about.
Do you need to do well in South Carolina, sir? In other words, that you've certainly had no trouble raising money. Your supporters are very passionate. But for some reason, it doesn't jibe with votes, and that you can't keep going on this way.
Well, yes, you can. You can keep going on because over the course of time, things become apparent. And what frequently happens is the good people have already dropped out by the time you get to the point where you have to decide between the lesser of evils. We don't want to be in that situation. We just keep fighting. We keep putting out the information. At some point, people actually begin to get very interested in the actual policies and the actual solutions and not just the shiny object in the room.
So no matter how you perform in South Carolina today, you're still in this race.
I will be going on to Nevada. Please take note, everyone. I'm going to Nevada next. I'm not going to get a new change of clothes.
Got that. That caused a whole kerfuffle last time. All right, Dr. Carson, very good talking to you.
All right, you too, Neil. Thanks.
All right, and we do have calls out to Ted Cruz's people. We hope to hear back. Hope always springs eternal, as I said here.